Hey there, it's Bobi, aka Paginator, and we're here to do with the Owlcrate unboxing for February 2023. Before we get to the Owlcrate box, I want to sneak in a little book haul. I got on Book Depository a couple weeks ago and ordered some middle grade books, and I thought I'll just slide this little haul into this video. So we have two books by Radia Hafiza. You know I'm terrible with names. Rumeza and Rumeza Ever After. This is an Arabic spin on the Rapunzel tale, I think. This is Rumeza Let Down Your Hijab, and you can see she's up in the tower and her hijab is like flowing down out of there. The back says, for as long as she can remember, Rumeza has been locked away in her tower, forced to spin straw into gold for the evil witch. Okay, so we've got some Rumpelstiltskin like vibes as well. She's unable to leave until one day, after dropping a hijab out of her small window, Rumeza realizes how she might be able to escape. And then in the second one, it is about what happens after that, which I don't want to spoil for you guys or myself, so let's just not read that one. How about that? You can look it up on your own if you are interested. These are the UK paperback editions. I don't know if the American covers are the same. Like I said, they're UK, and I didn't bother to research. I just got on there and ordered them. We have another series here. This is by Jacqueline Moriarty, and the first one is The Extremely Inconvenient Adventures of Bronte Middlestone. Second one is The Slightly Alarming Tale of the Whispering Wars. And the third one is The Stolen Prince of Cloudburst. Here, I believe there's more in the series than just the first three, but that's all I purchased. And you know what I noticed as I was looking at these? The number that it is in the series, there are that amount of people on the cover. So book one has one person. Book two has two people. And book three has three people. That's handy. So just because this is a series, so for similar reasons, I'll just read you the back of the first one. So it says, Bronte Middlestone is 10 years old when a telegram announces that her parents have been killed by pirates. Now she must travel the kingdoms perfectly alone, delivering gifts to an unexpected assortment of aunts. Aunts, A-U-N-T, like your father or mother's sister. Anyway, a farmer ant who owns an orange orchard, a veterinarian ant who specializes in dragon care, a pair of ants who captain a cruise ship, and a former rock star ant who is now the reigning monarch of a small kingdom. As she travels from ant to ant, Bronte suspects there might be more to this journey than the simple delivery of treasure, and even more risk than she could have ever imagined. So it sounds like it'll be a fun adventure, and we'll see where this series takes us. I think though there might be a possibility that each book features a different character, because just looking at like a quick skim of the back of book two, it's talking about someone called Finley, and number three is about Esther. So should we read all of them? We might as well if they're different characters. Okay, book two. Finley lives in an orphanage school not far from Honeybee's home, the Braithwaite boarding school. At the Spindrift Sports Tournament, tensions are high, and before long the orphans and boarding school kids are engaged in a war. But when children start disappearing and the real Whispering Wars break out, Finley, Honeybee, and their friends must join forces. How can they outwit the powerful Whisperers, and who are the mysterious strangers who appear from the future? Okay, so this says it's set 12 years before the first one, so it's a prequel. Interesting. Okay, so then book three, again, different character. Esther is a middle child sandwiched between two talented sisters, but she doesn't mind being ordinary. She's just excited to be reunited with her best friends when term begins. On arriving at boarding school, she discovers changes afoot. Her friends have disappeared, and a new teacher has arrived, widely rumored to be an ogre. Then life becomes dangerous. The mountains surrounding the school are crowded with evil shadow mages, and everyone who might be able to help is strangely absent. So it's left to middle child Esther to act, but is she simply too ordinary to be extraordinary? This one says it's involving a cast of characters first seen in book 1. Okay. I'm getting it now. It's more of like companion series, like they all exist in the same universe situations rather than sequential. So that's it for the book haul. Let's dive into the Owlcrate box. I've already cut the tape, so we'll open her on up. Oh, I don't see a card on top. We see an item. It's a throw blanket. And it says Dark Academia throw blanket. This says the blanket size is 40 to 50 inches. It is 100% flannel. Machine wash cold, tumble dry low, wash separately before use. Alright, can you see that? Knowledge is carnage? You can't have it without sacrifice. Oh boy. It's kind of a dreadful thought. Okay, Owlcrate, I just had to dig through everything to find this card. I don't appreciate it. Put it on top, please. Or tuck it like vertically to the side so that we can find it easily. Anyway. February's theme was magic and mischief. Atlas 6 is what the blanket is inspired by and is designed by Forensic and Flowers. Alright, so let's go for the pin. Last year they did the literary luggage. This year they're doing treasured tomes. And this one says the Crescent City series is inspired by. So the treasured tomes pins open up. They're like a book that opens, which I think is awesome. So here is the outside, and then we open it to see the inside. So it says Lunathian relics of artifacts on the front. Relics and artifacts, excuse me. And then on the inside, we have Gwyndion, which is the Star Sword, and Luna's Horn. You know, I have read and enjoyed the Crescent City series, and I'm sitting here trying to, like, picture scenes from it and stuff, and some are flashing to my head, but not very many. Is that a sign that I need to reread it? I don't have time. Oh, this is heavy. Oh. Okay, so this envelope says Kel's letter opener. Arn's Red London Owlcrate exclusive. So this is inspired by a darker shade of magic, and it's in this nice envelope, which you can bet I will be reusing. And let's take it out. Oh boy. This is fancy. So there is Kel's letter opener. It says, as Oren's down the blade, and then it says London in the little envelope on the circle, and it says power and balance, balance and power around the edges. So again, here's a look. There's the envelope, the words going around here and down here. Here is another envelope, and it says magnetic bookmarks on the front. Ooh, we have 3 magnetic bookmarks. So on the card, it says, a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. Let's take a look at the bookmarks. So here we have some authors' names, and here we have some quotes. So we have George Louis Borges, Alice Hoffman, George Louis Borges, Alice Hoffman, and Neil Gaiman. So Neil Gaiman's quote says, a book is a dream you hold in your hands. Alice Hoffman, books may well be the only true magic. Facts. I have always imagined that paradise will be a kind of library, is from George Louis Borges. Those are really nice. I love magnetic bookmarks. Okay, before we get to the book, now somehow, even though I had to dig through all that stuff, I didn't see what the book was. But we have this, which is a notebook leather cover, or faux leather. So it's this gorgeous blue, starless and sacred. And then we are all stardust and stories. On the back side, it does have a ribbon bookmark. And, okay, so two things. We have dot grid pages. I don't know if you can see that. There's little keys and stuff. And then, look, the notebook comes out so you can reuse the cover. I like that. That is cool. I like that quite a bit. In the back cover, there is a little pen loop, so you can stick a pen in and have it sticking out the side here if you so choose. Okay, are we ready for the book? Let's take a look at it. Reveille, is that what that says? Reveille, Lissa Mia Smith. Owlcrate exclusive signed edition. Let's get it out of the plastic. All right, it's out of the plastic. So again, here is the front cover, the spine, and the back cover. I'm a Reveille. We never fall. We never fall. Okay, so what does that mean? I'm a Reveille. This looks very, very Art Deco. Is this set during the 20s and 30s? Like, what? Okay. We have beautiful end pages. Look at her dress. Okay, so this has to be historical fiction. Same design on the back end papers. Oh, look at this. Here's the author's signature, and the note is inside the book. It's like actually attached in there. I was just flipping through pages and my eyes landed on a line that said, I don't trust him. Who doesn't he or she trust? Oh, we didn't even see the actual hardcover here. We've got purple foiling. Love is the curse, not magic. Ooh, I'm gonna have to show this to one of my students. He's always ranting about how love is terrible. Love is its own sort of magic. Very cool. Now on the desk jacket, we do have art on the inside, and her outfit here looks even more flapperish than the end papers one. Okay, are they in a tent of some kind? Is this gonna be a circus tent? Alright, we need to do some reading here. Let's start with the letter from the author. Dear Owlcrate reader, would you enchant the hearts of others if it made you poor? I'm confused. Okay, let's start again. Dear Owlcrate reader, would you enchant the hearts of others if it made you poor? Would you travel back in time if it shortened your life? Would you free your beloved of terrible pain by inflicting it upon a volunteer? No, no, no. On the island of Charmant, magic and bootlegged booze comes at a steep price. These magical checks and balances were the first spark of an idea for Reveille, my debut novel. With inspiration from Baz Luhrmann's Moulin Rouge, a twisty, ill-fated love story began to take shape. 4 years and countless drafts later, Reveille is in your hands. Okay, is it Reveille or Reveille then? Did I read that wrong? Oh, it is Reveille, because look, it's L-L-E, not L-I-E. This font is tricky. This is the story of an acrobat who charms a powerful time traveler to keep her family off the streets. Okay, so acrobat, yes. Circus tent, okay. Time traveler. It is the story of an orphan who is desperate for a family of his own. It is a story of sacrifice and secrets and friendship and family, duty and desire, obsession and lust. Sink into your velvet seats. The curtain is parting. The show is about to begin. Enjoy. Wow. How would it be to have your debut novel be an Owlcrate book or a Fairy Loot book or something like that? Like, I'm so happy for her. This is, yeah. Anyway, let's read the dust jacket. Lux Ravel, star of her family's fantastical show, oh, so her name is Lux, okay, knows the splendor is just an illusion. With prohibition threatening their livelihood, her family struggles to make a living watering down champagne and patching holes in their sequin costumes. So when the son of Charmant's wealthiest family makes Lux an offer, all the liquor the Ravels need to stay in business, in exchange for posing as his girl and helping him become mayor, she can't refuse. The moment Jameson Port sets foot in Charmant, he can't shake the feeling of familiarity. An orphan with as few memories as gemstones, he's desperate to learn what happened to his parents, but as he delves into the island's secrets, he risks angering the wrong person and is discovering a truth that just might break his heart. When Lux and Jameson accidentally meet, the sparks that fly are more than her magical enchantments, but keeping secrets from powerful people is a dangerous game, one that could destroy them both. How interesting. So I'm just reading a little bit about this author. Alyssa Mia Smith is an author of romantic fantasies and a fan of all things magical and heart-wrenching. She has a PhD in clinical psychology with an expertise in adolescent trauma. Oh, you have probably been through it. Oh, wow. It takes special people to do that work. A lifelong New Yorker, she lives on Long Island with her partner and their 2 young children who keep her busy hunting for insects against her will. Revel is her debut novel. Visit Alyssa online at lissamiasmith.com. It looks like she's also on Instagram and Twitter. She looks like a really nice, lovely person. You would have to be a nice person to help adolescents with trauma. As I said, I'm really happy for her. Like, I don't know, as someone who has wanted to be an author for a long time, that's got to be so just amazing. To get your work published and then to have these beautiful editions created and, like, being sent out to people who might not have seen your work otherwise. That's really cool. All right, we've got a couple more items here in the box. Our usual paperwork. So we have the Owlcrate Magic and Mischief newsletter. And, ooh, cover comparison time. So here, of course, is the one that came in the Owlcrate box, and here is the regular cover. I prefer the Owlcrate one. Although this is cool, I don't know. I usually do prefer the Owlcrate one, but just me. Okay, the March theme is Let's Rewrite History. Every March box will include a stunning book sleeve designed by @Letters by Lila. Very cool. I, sometimes am an impulsive shopper. You know this if you watch this channel. I was on eBay today and I found a Fairy Loot book sleeve that I haven't gotten because I switched to the book-only subscription quite a while ago. But it was Caraval inspired, so like circus theme, similar vibes here. And it was so gorgeous that I had to buy it, so I snatched it up. Like, you quit doing the items from Fairy Loot because you needed to spend less money. You dummy. Anyway, when that comes, I'll show it to you guys. It's gorgeous, but there we go. This was a fun box. I'm a little underwhelmed with the blanket just because I don't care for the quote on it. Like, knowledge is carnage kind of thing, not my fave. I really like the notebook, and I especially like that the cover can be reused. The pin is gorgeous. The letter opener is gorgeous. Magnetic bookmarks are my favorite. So all around, good items. Is there an item that's absolutely my favorite? Probably the notebook. Yeah. So there we go. It is March now, which means my March through TBR readathon has started, and people have already submitted things. Some of you are like tearing through your TBRs, which is awesome. I'm slacking off a bit on that because the first 2 days of March, I was in Hawaii or coming back from Hawaii, and I did listen to an audiobook while I was gone, but I didn't read any physical books, which I know is weird. Like, you were on a beach. Why didn't you read? I guess that's not true. I read like 2 chapters of a physical book, but then my family was like, come snorkel in the ocean. There's turtles over there. And I was like, okay. So I did that instead. Anyway, I need to get going on my March reading, like seriously. By the time this video uploads, hopefully I'll have finished at least a couple of books, because it would be sad if I didn't read anything for my own readathon. If you don't know about the March Through Your TBR readathon, I will link the video down below that announces it, goes through all the prompts. It also has helpful links in there, and please join us. So there may or may not be a giveaway associated with this readathon. Just saying. And with that, I've got to go. So have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.